So a man and his wife were traveling in the Holy Lands when tragically she died. So the man had to go to a funeral home and make arrangements, and the funeral director said to him, well, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that if you bury her here in the Holy Land, in this beautiful place of faith, she can be buried for only $500. But if you want to have her buried back in the United States, well, that's going to cost beginning at around $5,000. So you'll need to make that decision. And the man, without hesitation, said, oh, absolutely, send her back home. The funeral director was surprised. He said, why would you make such a decision so quickly? And the man said, look, 2,000 years ago, there was a guy here who was buried and only stayed in the grave for 3 days. I'm not taking any chances. Okay. So maybe that's not the good news that we're supposed to spread. Jesus told us to go forth and make disciples and baptize. And I don't think he meant that we should baptize using a moist towelette to wash away sin, though it would be handy if we could. In any case, he said to make disciples, not make people believe. It's not about what's happening in your head. It's about what happens in your heart. It's about believing, like this man did, that something really happened there 2,000 years ago. And you know, maybe even along the way, we might have a laugh. This Sunday, we're going to celebrate the joy of Easter and the great trick that God played on the devil by removing Jesus from the dead. And we're going to actually have some fun believing the truth of that. I hope you have some joy in this Eastertide as well.